heard it there coming out of the stop set. You also heard it going into Jerry Bonkowski. Asian House, right there, on the way to Jonesboro or on the way to Johnson City if you're coming from Jonesboro. It's right there on 321. Not one of these back roads into, like Greenwood Drive or something like that. No. Not one of the back, but the main road in 321 West Market. And they're not open today. Should tell you this. They're open Tuesday through Sunday. But if you're looking for just an expansive menu, not a lot of money, but a good menu, and also Asian House. Not necessarily just Chinese, not necessarily just Japanese, what you're in the mood for. Go down, Tom, and again, they're online. Just go AsianHouse.com. Check out the menu, and you're going to see this, and it's, wow, look at these prices. I mean, they're just fantastic. This is not going to cost you a whole lot of money. I gave, like I said, I mean, you can enjoy 2 people down there, dinner less than $20. Now, you'd like to make it more than $20 with a tip because they've got some very hardworking waitresses there who deserve a real nice East Tennessee welcome from you. But Asian House, right there, you heard the spot. I go there. Like I said, my birthday dinner was there. Very good place. I love Chinese food. And just consider what a hit Chinese food will be when they cater your next event. Oh, it'll be big. Baltimore Orioles want to make a hit with who they draft. They do not know yet who is going to be, supposedly, this is what usually you've got an idea around this time who you're going to draft, and maybe not. You see, there is a catcher from Oregon State, and it is Adley Rutschman. Am I getting this right here? Rutschman. And his name, Adley Rutschman. People saying this is the top talent in the draft, scouts and pundits. But the Orioles are also looking at a first baseman from California, Andrew Vaughn. By the way, Berkeley, a few years ago, almost dropped their baseball program. But they have, And also out of Vandy, J.J., and forgive me, listen, Blade. There's also a chance they might go after Bobby Witt's son, Bobby Witt Jr. is there. Although drafting pitchers #1 out of high school, boy, you are really taking your own life into your own hands right there. Anyway, but the Orioles, they say, won't select Adley Rutschman. 2 scouts on rival teams are saying this, and essentially, Baltimore's front office hasn't given any indication about their plans. And the linking of Rutschman to the O's was more based on overall scouting reports rather than what the Orioles were saying. So, there you go. First and second rounder today. But like I said, I mean, who knows? A lot of times, I mean, you look at signability of these players, but we shall see. Baseball draft is getting more popular all the time, I think. Still not the basketball draft, certainly not the NFL draft. But it has become important. Why is, free agent? Why have free agents lasted this long? Teams don't want to give up draft choices. Although you got to pay in bonus, this is where you can lock your player up for 6, possibly 7 years. So, you sign a free agent, paying them big bucks for what you hope to be 3 years. Oh, they want to do a Bryce Harper 13 years and all this, but you get the idea. Anyway, I think one of the reasons why there hasn't been that much attention locally in the baseball draft, there haven't been that many local players that are really being talked about as real fine prospects. I mean, there's a chance that, say, a couple of pitchers on the Vols, Garrett Stallings, Andrew Schultz, maybe 311 hitting Andre Lupchus. He's a third baseman. Maybe you saw him play when the Vols went to Johnson City. they're projected that they could get selected. They're all juniors. Okay. But not in the first 2 rounds. First 2 rounds are today. Then on Tuesday, 8 more. Wednesday they do rounds 11 through 40. I guess we don't have Mike Piazza being selected in the 62nd round anymore. Anyway, Lipschitz, 16 dingers along with that 311 average, ranked by MLB.com as the 145th best prospect. So now you get the idea why he'd be a second-day selection, not a first. Schultz, by the way, right-hand reliever, 3-1, 2 saves, 22 and a third innings going into the NCAA tournament. By the way, these are all regular season stats right here. He's rated as the 153rd prospect, but the thing is, he can hit 97 on the gun. Stallings, meanwhile, was the best pitcher Tennessee had last year, 8-4, 103 strikeouts, 3.24 ERA, Scholar Athlete of the Year in the conference, and also pretty good glove. So, there's somebody right there that the idea is he doesn't throw real hard, 93 maybe, but then again, it's kind of what Daniel Norris is doing these days. He got the L, by the way, against the Braves. I think it was a 10-5 loss to the Braves on Saturday. There's also, Jay Charleston, Justin Ammons. They get drafted from the Vols, maybe if they just don't want to play college baseball and get on with their pro careers. There's pitcher Zach Lingenfelter, infielder Ricky Martinez. Lingenfelter last year was picked 19th by the Washington Nationals, but returned. And, by the way, Tennessee has also signed 4 junior college prospects, but they're also eligible for the draft, most notably maybe from Walters State, and also a Knoxville native, Alex Haynes, as well as pitchers Cody Davidson, Jackson Leith, and Jason Rackers. So there you go. It should be mentioned, let's see here, Haynes, 3 years ago, before he went to Walters State, was drafted by the Mets in the 29th round. So, Vols could lose some players. Don't look for ETSU. They've had some players drafted. Of course, it's been a lot of turnover. 25 new players coming in for Joe Panucci. So, it's still a very young team right there. Anyhow. Anyway, when we come back, I'm going to talk a little bit to SoCon John Hooper. A SoCon legend, he's going to get the Presidential Medal of Freedom, I'll tell you who that's going to be. But also, we're going to start looking ahead to football season. It's Tri-City Sports Now. Yeah, should ETSU throw a pass next year? We'll answer those questions and more after this.